everybody. Great to see you today. Have you got something to play along with us today? Because it's lovely, hot and sunny. The sun's out today. Grab a drum and join in with our lovely sunny rhythm. Get ready for a stop. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Now, who we got here today? I'm here today. Can you guess where I am? Can you see this image behind me? Can you put that in the comments if you're allowed to use comments on YouTube? Ask your grown-ups. It's really hot and sunny. That's why I've got my sunglasses on today. Where do you think this is today that I am? And who we got with us today? Well, we have got Raoul with us. So Raoul, can we hear you now? Join in, Raoul. Off you go. And we've also got Costas Justice joining as well. Tim, I thought we'd lost Tim for a minute, but he's back, he's there. Tim, can you join in? And are you joining in at home as well? Lovely. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Great to have you all play with us today. Tell you what, I'm going to take off my sunglasses. I can't see you when I've got my sunglasses on. Hello, it's great to see you. So, where do you think this image is behind us? We were just playing, again, drums that come from this place. Now, you might be a bit confused because you might think, hang on a minute, they're all playing drums that came from Morocco, and that was where we did stuff the last couple of days. And as we know, this probably isn't Morocco. Let's see if anyone has guessed yet where this might be. I'll tell you what, it's a really easy one. And we have lots of people trying to guess. There's still, Neil Dawson is still not got it right. He says this is Slough. Now, it could be Slough. I haven't been to Slough since we've had the lockdown, so I haven't actually seen what Slough looks like. Maybe they have built these here in Slough. And I tell you what, it's quite a technological miracle today. My dad has commented, which means my dad has got himself a YouTube sign in. So he's actually had to work that out today. So he guessed it right. He was the first person to get it right. So he's put Egypt. This is Egypt. So today we are going to do some music from Egypt. Now, we might not be able to go to McDonald's at the moment because McDonald's is closed in this this whole lockdown. But what we can, so we can't have a Big Mac, but what we can do is learn a rhythm that's called not a Big Mac, but a Maczoom. Can you say Maczoom? Maczoom. Maczoom. So we're going to learn how this rhythm goes. And it's, again, we're going to learn it in the same way we've learned the other rhythms, by first of all saying the rhythm and then playing it on our bodies. So this rhythm comes from Egypt, and it goes like this: Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian. Should we say it together? Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egypt. And stop. Great. So can we now play this on our tummies? And it goes like this: Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egypt. And stop. Now, I'm pretty certain you all got that playing nicely in time together, but I also wonder, did we all get the handing right, the order that we do our hands in? I did my strong hand on Mac and also the middle syllable of Egyptian, so Egyptian. Everything else I did my weaker hand. So if I just watch carefully, it goes Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian. Join in. Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian, Maczoom, Egyptian. And stop. Great. Now, why do we do that? Well, that's because when we play on one of these drums, remember, these are called the darabuka, or sometimes a dumbek. Same drum, but different names. And when we play it on there, we've got to make sure that we play some of it with the getting the bass sound, which, as Tim showed us yesterday, you could either do with your thumb in the centre, or sometimes you have your quite a straight finger, first finger, you get a similar sound as well. And then you use your ring finger to get near the edge. So you get Maxim Egyptian, Maxim Egyptian, Maxim Egyptian, Maxim Egyptian, Maxim Egyptian, Maxim Egyptian. So you see, at the moment, I'm doing that all with my strong hand. I'm not doing anything at all. But the reason why I got us to do its body percussion with different hands was to get used between your thumb and your first finger, and then your ring finger. So it's your thumb or your first finger on Mac, and the middle syllable of Egyptian, and then everything else with your ring finger, and then we'll come to what your other hand does in a little bit. But shall we give it a go at playing that all together? Here we go. 2, 3, here we go. And Maxim Egyptian, 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 Maxim Egyptian. Get ready to stop. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yeah, well done, everyone. So that is actually really hard to play that rhythm. So you can see we started off a pretty slow tempo there, because we've always found as drummers, the temptation is to play something really fast straight away. But we really have to make sure we master playing stuff really slowly to begin with. Now, we were having a little discussion with us facilitators yesterday, and we knew we wanted to do some Egyptian rhythms, but I've never been to Egypt. Tim has never been to Egypt. Costas has never been. But Raoul has been to Egypt. Now I'm just going to spotlight Raoul, because Raoul, you actually have been exactly to this image that's behind me, these pyramids. So how many pyramids are there?
Would you like to guess before I say?
Well, we could guess, but we can also tell you, if I unspotlight you and I then move out of the way, I think it's going to be quite easy for people to count them. If I put it back in gallery view, can you count how many there are there? Can you see
Just
how many?
Move a little bit. Ah, there you go. There you go. You have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
So there's 6. Okay, but what was the question you were going to ask, Raoul?
Well, what's the name of the city? Yeah, guess.
So we know it's in Egypt, but the city. Okay.
The city. Now, not only the city, the location where these pyramids are stayed. The location. Can you guess that? Now, another guess is, how many stones does the biggest pyramid have? How many stones? Go on, just guess.
Wow.
Now, I tell you what, if you could highlight yourself, Mike, a little bit, so you can show us the picture again. Can you do that?
No worries, I can do that.
Move to your left a little bit. Just to your left.
There we go.
To your right then. To your right.
Oh, the other way. Other
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Bye, everybody.
Now, that's it. Now, can you see right there, next to the last pyramid on the left, can you see that? Those are people. Now, how many stones do you think there
they are. That's a person down there.
That's a person. Now, how many stones do you think the biggest pyramid have?
How many stones? Wow,
Okay.
Thank you, Raoul. So it's 3 questions. The one was, how many pyramids are there? Second one was, oh no, we've worked that out already. We worked how many are there. The first question was, what's the name of the city?
Yeah.
And where about in the city? And how many stones? And if you get all 3 of those right, you can win a holiday to Egypt, fully paid for by your parents. That'd be amazing. Great. So I tell you what, we need to carry on doing some more drumming. And what I would like us to do is to have a go at doing this Maxim rhythm, but a little bit faster. Because I think we've had a little good try at it, but it'd be good to see if we can get it just a little bit quicker than before. So here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Maximum Egyptian. 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 Here we go. 2, 3, and stop. Brilliant. So, right, I'm just looking through our YouTube comments. So, Raoul, here's some of the answers we've got here. Gourmet Mum has said Cairo. Is there in Cairo? Let me just so we can hear what Raoul's saying. Is she right? Is it Cairo?
It is now the location.
Now the location within Cairo, no one's got that right. I'm wondering if actually this might be something that Neil Dawson might get. It's a little bit Cockney, this one, the way it sounds. He might be able to guess where it is. Often a Cockney way of calling a man. Maybe he'll be able to work that one out. It's spelled a different way, but he might be able to work it out. And oh, tell you what, Raoul, we've got some people guessing how many stones there are as well. Some people have said maybe 2 million stones to make up one pyramid, 20,000. One person, to be very specific, 36,000 as well. So let's see. So Raoul, give us some answers, Raoul. So first of all, what's the name of the exact place within Cairo where this is?
Giza.
Giza. Giza. There we go. Right. Okay.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Giza. There we go. And how many stones make up
There's
that big
only
pyramid?
2 million.
2 million.
2 million.
Wow.
But
And
how much does each stone weigh?
how much does each stone weigh? Don't know. Tell us how much.
2 ton, 2,000 kilos.
Wow, for each stone. And those stones, did they all come from right near there as well?
About 1,000 miles away.
So they had to transport them 1,000 miles. Wow, what an amazing bit of history.
Up the Nile.
Up the Nile, wow, what an amazing bit of history. One thing we didn't talk about yesterday was that rhythm we learnt yesterday, the Rajaz rhythm. Remember the walk the camel, walk the camel? There's a bit of a legend about that rhythm that apparently if you look at the rise and fall of camels' feet, so maybe they got, some camels were helping them get these stones to make these pyramids as well, as they're moving along the procession. If you watch the rise and fall, the rhythm, the rise and fall of the camel's feet goes dum 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 dum. Apparently that's the rhythm it plays. Now the story goes that if you sit on top of a camel and you play that rhythm the same speed the camel's going, the camel will be very happy. But depending on how long the journey is, sometimes you need to make the camel move a bit faster if you need to get where you're going a bit quicker. So sometimes apparently if you play that walk the camel rhythm and you just play it a little bit quicker, the camel will speed up the same speed as you're drumming, and if you play it slower, maybe you need to conserve some of the energy as well for that camel, then the camel will slow down if you play the drum slowly. So it's amazing, isn't it? You can control a camel with a drum. Amazing. Now, Costas, you've got a different drum to the rest of us today. You've got that drum which is, now it's not called a wreck, it is called a rick, isn't it? So let me just spotlight you. So, because you've got jingles on there that the rest of us hasn't got. So if you do the Maxum rhythm, what can you do with the jingles?
Great. So I have the rick, as you said, Mike, and a simple version of our rhythm. I'm gonna play with my right hand all the notes. Maxum, Egyptian, Maxum, Egyptian, and I'm gonna add with my ring finger, if you can see here, the jingles. Maxum, Egyptian, Maxum, Maxum, Egyptian, Maxum, Egyptian, Maxum.
Wow, that's great. I tell you what, just for a bit of fun, can you do that really fast?
Yes.
Wow, big round of applause there for Costas. That was really, really tricky to do. But that sounded absolutely amazing. Put those little jingles in as well. So we're going to have another go. We're getting a little bit faster each time. We're now going to, I think I've got my metronome set to 90 beats per minute. Oh, by the way, one thing I've got to say, yesterday we had problems with our sound yesterday, and I gather the sound kept fading in and out. Completely my fault. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. So that's why, but we've made sure I've got the right button pressed today. Also, we have had quite a few people ask us, how are we dealing with this whole latency thing where, when you play music together over the internet, when you're different locations, you get a bit of a delay. So what we've just done, just before we came on live on YouTube today, we recorded just a little video which just shows what we do, some of the things that we've learned that you can do with some of this technology to make sure that you can play well together. Because you can hear today, hopefully it sounds well together. So you can watch that. We'll put that on our YouTube channel later and on our social media as well. So you can see that if you want to be able to do similar things yourself. Right, so here we go. Set my metronome to 90 beats per minute, and let's have a go at doing our maximum rhythm. Now we've got Costas filling in some little bits as well. We can fill them in as well. That's what we need your other hand, so we can get maximum, maximum. So you can just kind of get little quick notes in the middle as well if you want to fill that in as well. So here we go. Let's get it 90 beats per minute. 2, 3, 4. Maximum, 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 maximum. We're getting to playing really well now. Now that was actually quite a lot faster than the first time we did it, but hopefully, because we've just been gradually increasing the tempo, it doesn't feel too difficult. This is how to practice as drummers. And another skill that we always have to be able to do as drummers is to do some copy back. Now we did a bit of that yesterday. I want to revise a bit of that copy back again. Remember, it's 8 beats long, so I'm going to play a rhythm that lasts for 8 beats. Don't come in early, and let's see if you can remember the whole 8 beats to then copy it on your drum. Here it comes. Ready? Go! Nice. Listen. It's harder. Great. Who got caught out with the last one? Who came in early? It wasn't just Tim. I'm sure there were other people that came in early as well. So it's always good to practice that. And I tell you what, if you keep tuning in to our drumming lessons, we're going to gradually be doing longer and longer ones, because it's a great musical skill to be able to copy back what someone else plays. And you can imagine trying to do it with 64 beats long. You've got to remember the whole thing. Wow, we'll see if we can do something like that as we keep progressing, because you are all getting to be amazing drummers. So we're going to finish by playing our maximum rhythm round once more, and we're going to increase the metronome here to 100 beats per minute. That's a lot faster. We started at 70 beats a minute, so it's going to be much faster. See if you can add in some little bits as well. That'd be great. Shall we give it a go? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Maximum, 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 hey! Here we go. How'd you get on with that? Was that quite tricky? Was it all right? So keep practicing this. Keep watching these videos over and over again. Because that's the great thing with them being on YouTube. It's not like having a lesson in school where when the lesson's finished, that's it. You can't do it again. On YouTube, you can watch it over and over again and you can keep practicing because you need to make sure that rhythm sounds really good at that speed before we can carry on tomorrow to learn some new rhythms tomorrow that still come from Egypt. That'd be great. So like we always finish by saying, you know, we hope you've really enjoyed it today. We are all self-employed musicians that none of us have very much money coming into our bank accounts at the moment, unfortunately, and the way that things are working. So this is kind of like online busking. So, you know, it's completely voluntary, but if you would like to donate any money to us, our PayPal address is paypal.me/InspireWorks UK. That would greatly help us out. So shall we finish by having one final playthrough? See if you can get as many little fast notes, putting little decoration in, just like we heard Costas do earlier. Here we go. So our max zoom rhythm at 100 beats per minute. Here we go. 2, 3, here we go. And hey. See you tomorrow.